This is TWiT.
So China has, I think this has to do more with the battle back and forth with Huawei and the tariffs. But China has ruled in favor of Qualcomm's patents. This happened yesterday. And they've blocked sale and import of the iPhone 6S, 6S Plus, 7, 7 Plus, iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and iPhone 10 in China. Doesn't, I guess, impact the most recent iPhones. I'm not sure why. But this is going to be the new reality for every company that does business in China and any company that imports products from China. I'm a big fan of e-bikes now. I've kind of got the e-bike religion. And I've been waiting for an e-bike from Lithium Cycles, the Super 73. They sent out a note saying, thanks to the 25% tariffs on e-bike motors imported from China, we had to move all of our manufacture offshore because we just got a shipment that would have cost us $300,000 in tariffs. So we transshipped it to Germany, and that's going to delay your bike a little bit because we now have to assemble it in Germany. These tariffs are going to impact everybody. Of course, the temperature's been ramped up because now the CFO of Huawei has been arrested. Not saying that her arrest is illegitimate. She was arrested in Canada, will be extradited to the United States. The U.S. is accusing her of breaking the Iran sanctions by creating a phony shell company selling Huawei gear. By the way, not just Huawei gear. They were selling HP gear through this shell company to Iran. So remember, we talked about back in February, the FBI saying don't buy a Huawei smartphone. In August, the president signed a bill banning government agencies from using Huawei and ZTE equipment. You've recently seen the administration going to other countries saying don't put Huawei gear in your 5G equipment. Again, there's clearly a legitimate case here and legitimate cause for concern since Huawei was founded by a former member of the Chinese military. Their CFO, Meng Wanzhou, is actually the daughter of the founder. So there's definitely tight connections to the Chinese government. But now there's concern that China, which is not happy about this, will, I'll put it this way, if I were you, Alex Lindsay, I wouldn't go to China anytime soon. And I think a lot of tech CEOs are saying, I guess I'll put that trip off.
Yeah, this could actually end up damaging the situation for China more than I think we think. I think most of the people will say that this is not it hurts the tariffs hurt the United States in many ways more than China. But I think that there is a chance that China gets damaged very badly here because you have a lot of companies that are starting to make choices. Foxconn is looking at opening up iPhone manufacturing in Vietnam. You have GoPro moving some of their manufacturing, and the thing is that once that starts to happen, it's a genie that's hard to get back in the bottle. When things start to expand out, where people start deciding that China is not a safe place to do this. I think that it is the long term hit is going to be a little harder for China. I mean, obviously, Apple may take a hit they're kind of caught in the middle of all of this, and so they may take a hit as well. Huawei is taking a huge hit. I mean, I think that there is so much concern about the security protocols related to China. I think that China really looked at 5G as something they're going to expand all over the world using Huawei technology, and now country after country is starting to shut them out for security concerns, which are probably valid.
Canadian telecoms are removing Huawei gear from their 5G installations. It's going to cost them at least $1 billion. Yep. BCE, Telus, Rogers all use Huawei equipment. Huawei is the #1 manufacturer of 5G gear in the world. They're the #2 phone manufacturer. And I'm not saying there isn't a real cause. I mean, for concern, there's two problems. One, spying. They could, Huawei gear could be used to spy on American companies for industrial espionage. And also the real threat of cyber warfare. They could, maybe there's a kill switch built in. They could throw a kill switch and take our networks off the air. I don't know if there's evidence of that, though. This is the problem. There's a political component to this, and there's a real security component to it. And I don't know how much of one or the other is in play.